MoviePass. Wait a minute, MoviePass? I thought that thing was dead. No, it's still around. It's like a zombie that you didn't quite get the headshot right on. It's still crawling towards you, still scraping onto life, being in the headlines. Here's the thing. I was one of the first subscribers to MoviePass, and I love the idea of it. I quickly soured on MoviePass when I realized that their whole business strategy was blackmail. Blackmail was their business strategy. Their business strategy was, even though we can't possibly make money at $10 a month, we're going to get so many subscribers, we're then going to use them as blackmail leverage against movie theaters and movie studios to force them to cut us in. If the movie theaters cut us in on ticket costs and cut us in on concession stands, which the theaters were never going to do, and we're going to strong arm movie theaters into making advertising deals with us, which they then came along. Because remember, this was a great example of this and a horrible thing. On the same weekend, Red Sparrow, the Jennifer Lawrence movie, and the Bruce Willis remake of
Death Wish.
Death Wish, thank you, came out. Oh God, that movie was bad. Mm. But you see, Death Wish gave in to MoviePass, bought advertising space on the MoviePass app, and not only was MoviePass pimping out Death Wish, which is fine. I mean, that's advertising, that's fine. Users of MoviePass discovered they couldn't use their service to get their tickets to Red Sparrow. So they were a completely underhanded and shady company. And it appears even in death, the shadiness continues. According to an article in USA Today, there are a number of former MoviePass users, of course, MoviePass is now defunct, that are claiming they're still getting charged. They're noticing they are still getting charges on their accounts for being from MoviePass and all this kind of stuff. Now, it should be pointed out, because there's been a lot of people talking about this, and to be fair, and I am not a MoviePass defender, but to be fair, it's not like there are thousands of these reports, okay? It's not like there are thousands. USA Today is pointing out to several very specific Twitter users that are reporting themselves that they've had some, noticing they're still getting charges from MoviePass. But to be fair, the number's not in the hundreds or the thousands. It's just a couple of users. Now, also, to be fair, CEO of MoviePass, Mitch Lowe, who is just shady as hell, in my opinion. But anyway, his response to this, he said, one single subscriber, which is contrary to what the USA Today report says, but one single subscriber out of the many thousands of MoviePass subscribers was charged $9.95 on September 15th. I think that was the official day that they closed down, and has been refunded that amount. He said that some subscribers may be mistaking refunds for actual new charges. Refunds for actual new charges. So listen, I'm going to say this.
Sure.
I actually, to a degree, do want to defend MoviePass here. It does not sound, despite the headlines, like this is a mass thing that's happening. That, like, this morning, 5,000 MoviePass users have woken up to find $10 charged to their cards. It seems like it's a small number of people are reporting it. It sounds more like it's an anomaly, and sounds more like it's a mistake. I mean, I don't buy the CEO saying, this is only one person. No, it's clearly more than that. That said, while I don't think in this particular case there were any dubious motivations, and how often have I been able to say that about MoviePass, but I actually don't think in this situation, Rob, I don't think there were any dubious motivations. However, it just once again highlights the utter and complete incompetence that this company was founded on. They was completely incompetent from a business model point of view. It was completely incompetent about how they were going to make money. It was completely shady and underhanded and gangster-like about how they try to strong-arm studios and movie theaters. It was completely underhanded how they then treated their customers, about 32 times changing the user agreements about how many movies you can see, when you can see movies, when you can't, constantly blocked out. Got to the point that my buddy had AMC, my buddy Soul had AMC, or had a MoviePass, and he realized that on a Saturday he wanted to go see a movie. At his local theater, there was one showtime for one movie that he could use MoviePass for. They are completely shady, underhanded, and a completely incompetent, clown car of buffoons. So while I do not believe that this particular situation speaks to them trying to be evil and getting more money out of the people who are the customers, I don't think that's the case here. I just think it's another example of their utter incompetence, that even certain and isolated incidents like this are still happening. Anyway, Rob, you look at this situation. Do you see more nefarious motivations than I do? How do you see it?
No, they're just stupid. Just like Firefest. You know, you look at, I mean, look, what's very, very funny is, to me, it's our society. You know, everybody wants the upside without understanding that with an upside you have to have a methodology. It's like somebody who would raise $100 million to make a movie without having ever made a movie, and they just don't know what to do, and they blow through their $100 million, and they don't have nothing to show for it. They had the best intentions. They were going to make the greatest movie ever. They raised $100 million. Somebody gave it to them because they talked a good game, but then they forgot. They didn't know how to make a movie. And that happens a lot in Hollywood. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Most of the time the movies do get made. But in this case, MoviePass, you know, I had MoviePass. I bought it. I got a MoviePass for a year. I got it for, Christmas 2 years ago. And at first, it was great. Like, when I first had it,
it was awesome.
I loved it. It was awesome. But even every time I went to the movie theater, I'm like, how are they going to make money? It was very apparent to me that there's no way this was sustainable. It didn't work. I kept wondering. I would say to Elizabeth, "How does this work?" We would go to the Galleria to go to the Americana and see movies at Pacific Theaters there, and I'm like, this can't be real. And I told her at one point this is all going to crash and burn, and it happened a lot faster than I thought, because even as a user, as somebody who has a rudimentary understanding of movie exhibition, I knew it was inane and stupid. And whoever their investors were did not do due diligence. Oh,
and they're suing them now. Like, a lot of their investors are now suing them, and it's interesting to see. Aaron,
so good luck getting your $9.99 back.
Yeah,
those investors are coming in first.
You're seeing this. What's your first take on this when you hear about this story, Aaron?
You know, it makes me think that the people who are running MoviePass, that they're the cast of Knocked Up in some like crappy little house in North Hollywood, just being like, yeah, let's do this. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, we got a problem with this. Or I'm envisioning between that and then the main characters from Silicon Valley. You know, when there's a huge problem that goes on, and just that's what I'm imagining in my head. Is who that is a representation of who is actually running MoviePass behind the scenes.
Question here is, guys, what do you make of this? I actually don't think there was any underhanded intention here. I think this was just incompetence. Maybe you see it a little bit differently. What do you guys think about this? Jump down to the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. All right.